Well, Moon Knight himself has been doing a lot of interviews, and recently he talked a little bit with Variety and gave some interesting details about how this upcoming Disney Plus series will be very much a limited series similar to WandaVision. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about what the actor said and what it could mean for the story. Actually, I think this might be some good news. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. Also, we got our big giveaway. We're about to give away this PlayStation 5 because we finally crossed 25,000 subscribers. We've actually notified a winner and we should be making an announcement here on the channel any day. Also, if you can, check out that free week of Skillshare down below. It's an incredible way for you to develop all of your superhero skills for that never-ending war on crime, all while not diving too deep into your pockets. Plus, it really does help the channel, so we really appreciate it. Well, a couple weeks ago, we got our first look at the upcoming Disney Plus series, Moon Knight. Oscar Isaac's going to play the iconic role, and clearly, based on that first trailer, we have something very different headed our way. Now, recently, the actor spoke a little bit with Variety, and during one of their actor-on-actor segment, Oscar Isaac actually sat down with Morbius himself, Jared Leto, and talked a little bit about the series. Now, this was pretty interesting because he said he wasn't familiar with the character of Mark Spector before he was offered the role, but what he said about the upcoming series was even more interesting. This is what he had to say. I've never heard of Moon Knight before, and I collected comics when I was younger. I heard of Morbius, but I never heard of Moon Knight. I don't know how the process was for you because it's a feature film or a limited series. Now notice he calls it a limited series, much like WandaVision intended on being one and done. Now this obviously doesn't mean he's going to play the character one time and then not be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe after the show's concluded. Just like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier pretty much set up Captain America 4, I think Moon Knight is setting up something else in the future, and if I'm taking bets, it probably involves that supernatural team-up movie that we've been hearing rumors about for a long time. Now, Isaac did talk a little bit more about the advantages of having Moon Knight as a TV show. He said, there was a lot of room to try stuff because there wasn't the pressure that we got to make sure we make however many hundreds of millions of dollars on opening weekend. So we could make it very point of view, we could make weird decisions. At the moment at least, and I don't imagine it's going to go backwards, it feels like where more of the risk is being taken because it can financially. Now, what he's saying here is, we're likely in for quite a wild ride, and Marvel is able to do something different with Moon Knight as a Disney Plus series versus putting it up on the big screen. This makes a lot of sense. This is multiple weeks of content, and it doesn't have those financial expectations that typically come with a feature film. When companies pony up $200 million to make a superhero movie, they're looking to make that money back fast. And the expectation with series is so much different, especially because they're going to a streaming service that has a monthly subscriber base, making it very hard to tie the two things together. This sounds like good news to me because it's exactly how Moon Knight needs to be handled. Moon Knight, like many heroes, needs time for the framework to be laid out, and often a 2-hour movie simply isn't enough time to get to know the person and then watch them evolve into a hero. Often, movies just give us a quick origin story, they face off with their mirror enemy, and it's over before we even get to know the character. Sounds like we're going to get something different here. Now we only have a few more weeks to wait for Moon Knight. He shows up on Disney Plus on March the 30th, so I really can't wait to see what they bring us. What do you guys think? How do you feel about Moon Knight being told from a point of view and kind of weird perspective? And do you like the idea of Marvel doing limited series on Disney Plus and focusing on stuff that's really not intended on being a multi-season arc? I have to say, whatever brings the strongest storytelling experience is fine with me. Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you're not going to get any updates. Peace.